Alright, here we have the video review for Transformers Prime Voyager Starscream. And as you can see, he is his jet that he is in the show. And first impressions overall, I like it. Very nice looking jet. You know, I have the first edition version as well as the Voyager version now. Both are very nice. I like my jets. I like my jets big, so I do like the Voyager version in vehicle mode. As you can see, some slightly different coloring than on the first edition mode. Looks good up front. It's got the soft rubber nose cone plastic like the first edition did. Purple cockpit. We'll get into more of that as we get into robot mode as well. And then you can see all the different colors continue throughout the jet, which kind of breaks up the jet a little bit. But the big problem I have with it is when we get back here towards the back, and you can see his feet hanging off the back of the jet. And of course, if we flip it over, oh, there's Starscream's head, and there's his legs, and there's his feet. But hey, it's a jet. No one's going to look at the bottom. That's what you're going to see most of the time, or like that. Now, as you probably noticed sitting off here to the side, he does come with another wonderful mech tech weapon. And if you can't tell, I am being sarcastic. Absolutely hate these things. This one's no better. It's a lot like Voyager Primes. Pull back, it extends, the light goes out, let go, it pops back. There is a little port right here on top of him. And you plug it in, and there it is. And then you pull back, and there it goes. And yeah, that looks really stupid, just like all the others do. It can go underneath on the wings. You can peg it in like so if you really so desire. I'm not going to peg it in all the way, but that doesn't look any better. So for now, I'm going to put this to the side, and we'll bring it back out when we get to robot mode. Robot mode, transformation's pretty neat. First thing I'm going to do, I'm going to come in here and go ahead and unpeg these little missiles. He's got two of these. Very nice. It's the single missile as opposed to the cluster of three that the first edition came with. I'm going to put that to the side as well. There we go. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here, I'm going to unpeg these from the side and flip them back. And these actually just peg in. You can see a little peg right here that pegs right there. I'm going to flip these back and pull the wings up. I'm going to go ahead and take the nose cone, unpeg it, flip that up, and then we're going to come around here to the back. Now, all of this right in back in here are the legs. So we're going to split the legs from here like that. And we're going to come around and we're going to take this waist piece and flip it all the way down like so. Now, as many of you have probably already heard and seen in previous reviews, this waist piece does not peg in. It just kind of sits there, which it sits okay. It doesn't really come loose, but it would have been nice if it pegged. I mean, I can hold them like this and it's not going anywhere, but if I put a little bit of pressure on it, boop, there it goes. So it would have been nice if it pegged in, but oh well. Rotate the legs, rotate the legs. Back up a little bit here. He does get really tall. We're going to come down here. We're going to flip the feet forward. And we're going to rotate this back like so. And there goes the waist. So we're going to flip the feet forward and rotate this back. Take these on the knees, his little knee spikes, spurs, rotate those up, and there you have his legs. Now, the arms. We're going to come up here and we're going to split the arms. We're going to pull them down. Now we're going to actually take this piece right here and pull that down. I'm going to rotate just like so, and pull the chest piece down. We're going to pull the shoulder pad up, pull the arm down, flip the shoulder pad, rotate the arm, rotate the hand, and then take this and push it in. So there we have one arm done. Same thing over here. We're going to separate this, rotate, so that we get the chest piece down and the arm comes up like so. Flip up the chest piece, pull down the arm, flip down the chest piece, the shoulder pad, excuse me. Rotate, rotate the wrist, push that in. Bring his head forward because he does have that hunched head look in the show. And last but not least, we'll take his missiles, and there's a little plug right here on each arm. We'll plug one in on this side, and we'll take this missile and plug it in on the other side. Come on. There we go. And, ladies and gentlemen, here we have Voyager Starscream in robot mode. And as you can probably tell, he gets very tall. So tall, I'm actually having a hard time getting him all the way in the shot. Let me back him up a little bit. There we go. Now, he does retain much of the same colors as you saw in the jet mode. He's got the nice little Decepticon logo right there. I don't know if you guys can see it because of the lighting. There we go. Once again, also, like the first edition deluxe, if you look at his head, his crest, not red. Not red. Again, don't know why. Who knows? I got these little red bits in here. I mean, they got the little red bits on the fins and stuff, but eyes red. Crest, not red. Missiles, not red. But you can also do the same thing you did with the first edition if you so desire. Take a little red Sharpie, I'm sure, and color those in. Now, this is actually meant to go in one of these ports where the missiles are. It just hangs off, just like all the other mech-tech weapons, just like that. And the light gimmick really doesn't work. I'm not going to put it on there. However, you can store it back here on his back on that same little plug as before. This actually shows you that this is where it can go in the instructions as well. Now this is kind of cool because if you put it back there and you pull the lever, you can see the light travel down his chest. Now that's kind of neat, but it does have that hanging off of his back, and I just prefer to pretend this doesn't exist. Now, articulation. His head has a nice range of movement. To get it really going though, you gotta kind of pull it back out of his chest, but it can get a nice range of movement. Arms, the chest pieces don't really plug into place either, which can be frustrating, so you kind of have to hold those down as you rotate the arms, but they do get a full range of movement here. They do have swivel up here at the upper arm, elbow joint, rotate at the wrist, legs back and forth, in and out, bend at the knee, and they do rotate as well, and you can get some pivot in the feet. Another kind of, I guess, issue is in the feet area. You got this big chunk of the back of the plane hanging off his feet, which, you know, it just seems like they probably could have found something better to do with that. You know, maybe even have this wrap around his foot or something. I don't know. But, yeah, not the worst thing in the world, but, you know, it could have been better. Now, size comparison, he gets really tall. I mean, here he is with Voyager Megatron. Now, I have him kind of hunched over here, but if you stand him up all the way, straight, he is as tall, if not a little taller than Megatron, which, if you're big on the scale, That's not quite right. The first edition scales better with Voyager Megatron. Also, I'll show you it's not just with Megatron. Pull Megatron away, and here he is with Deluxe Soundwave. And then you can see he's way bigger than Soundwave, which also not right. So this also scales better. Soundwave in the first edition also scale better. But if you like cool toys and good Transformers, or Starscream in general, then the Voyager is a good figure. I mean, there's really nothing wrong with the Voyager figure. The mech tech weapon is dumb, but you know, so far all the mech tech weapons have been pretty dumb for the Voyagers. He does have this bit of kibble hanging off of his feet, which kind of sucks, but I can live with that. The purple forearms, really not that bad in person, and you can always, if you so desire, fix that yourself too, as long as as well as the red on the missiles and the crest. He does kind of have like a sunken in abdomen, but actually I think that gives him kind of a bit of character. And then there's that hip not pegging into place, but it holds just fine really once you get him set up. So you know, once again, if you have the first edition, do you need this guy? No. The first edition suits just fine and actually scales better with the rest of the Prime figures. However, if you like cool Transformers, if you like toys in general, good toys, if you're a Starscream fan, pick this guy up. I mean, no reason not to. There's nothing about him that should prevent you from picking him up if you see him in the stores. So yeah, there you go. Transformers Prime Voyager Starscream. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe.